Hello friends and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to see the MATLAB code used for bisection method to get the solution of the equation. Bisection method is the bracketing method, so we are using the two initial guesses to get the solution. Let's consider the numerical. We need to find the root of the equation cos x minus 3x plus 5 up to 3 decimal places of accuracy. So first we are writing the given function. Then assuming the initial guesses such that it gives you the functional value as a positive and negative simultaneously, and these two guesses will be chosen. So here we will be get the positive and negative values of function simultaneously for x is equal to 1 and 2. So we are choosing the initial guess as 1 and 2. Then we are checking that initial guess is correct or not using this condition, that is f of x1 into f of x2 must be less than or equal to 0. If the condition is satisfied, then we are finding the new root of the approximation using the formula x3 is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2. By putting the values, we will be get the x3 value as at 1.5, and then we have to check for the given accuracy criteria. So if the accuracy criteria is satisfied, then we can stop, otherwise we need to repeat the process. And to check the accuracy, we are taking the absolute difference of x1 and x2 value. So for these numericals, we require to repeat the process for 10 to 11 number of times, and after that we will be get the final solution, that is 1.643. So for this numerical, let's develop the MATLAB code. So let's open the MATLAB. This is the MATLAB program written for the bisection method using the accuracy criteria. Initially we are using the percentage symbol to give the comments. You can give the comments for your roll number, class and division also. Initially we are using the three magical words CLC, close all and clear all. CLC is used to clear the command window. Clear all is used to clear all the workspaces or variables, and close all is used to clear any figure window if it is previously open. Then we are taking the function as an input from the user. So function can be defined in three ways. You can use the inline syntax, you can define the function in a separate function file, or you can take it as an input from the user. So here I am going to take as an input from the user because the same program can be used for the different equations. Then as it required the two initial guesses, so these two initial guesses are taken as an input from the user and it is assigned to variable x1 and x2. Then it is based on the accuracy criteria, so we are taking the accuracy as an input from user and assigned to variable ACC. While writing the input syntax, you must return the input as it is. You need to take care of the spellings of the input syntax. Then in opening and closing bracket in inverted quote, we are writing the message for the user. The /n is used to print it on the new line, and whatever you written inside this inverted quote, it will be used as a message for the user, so accordingly that the user can give the input. Next we are checking our initial guesses are correct or not. So the condition is f of x1 into f of x2 must be less than or equal to 0. So to satisfy the condition, we are using this while loop, and for while loop we are written in opening bracket f of x1 into f of x2 bracket close greater than 0. So while condition is generally written in opposite manner. So if this condition is satisfied, then our initial guesses are not correct. So we are again taking the new initial guesses as an input from user and assigned to variable x1 and x2. This loop is repeated till we satisfy the condition. When the condition is get false, then while loop is closed and we are moving to the next step. So for next step we are finding the root, and this process is repeated for the again number of steps till the desired accuracy criteria is reached. So again, to satisfy the condition we are using the while loop, and for while loop we are using the absolute difference of x1 and x2 is greater than accuracy. So ABS is the syntax used for absolute, and if the difference is greater than accuracy, it means our accuracy criteria is not reached and we have to repeat the process. To repeat the process, we are finding the new approximation as x3 using the formula x1 plus x2 divided by 2. And after getting that value of x3, we have to replace this new value of x3 with old value of x1 or x2. So for that purpose, we have to check it is true or false. So for this purpose, we are using this if else loop. So in if, we are writing f of x1 into f of x3. If it is less than 0, then we are assigning the value of x3 to x2. And if this condition is false, then we are assigning the value of x3 is equal to x1, because we always require that the two functional values must be positive and negative. So to get that criteria meet, we are using this if else condition, and then this if else loop will be get end, and we are printing the new approximation using this fprintf syntax. Again, in opening and closing bracket, we are using in inverted quote /n for new line. This is the message, then is equal to %f. So at this %f value, we are printing the root which is assigned to the variable x3, and %f is used for the floating points. If you want to print the integer, you can use %d. %f is used for printing the floating point value, and %c is used to the printing the character. So these are nothing but the conversion specifier. Then after printing this root, the loop will be get end, and this process is repeated till we reach up to the desired accuracy, and once the desired accuracy is reached, we can stop. So we have used this fprintf syntax is inside the loop, so the root will be printed for number of times till the desired accuracy criteria is reached. Now let's run this program. So to run this program, click on this run icon. If your program is not previously saved, it asks you to save this file. So I am going to save my files in the defined directory. So to save the file, always remember that you need to use the first word as a letter. Then don't use any spaces between the characters. Instead of space, you can use the underscore. Again, remember, don't use any syntax or MATLAB codes which are used. Save the file as first letter as a P for program, then giving underscore, and then writing the name of the method, that is a bisection. And it is used for the accuracy criteria. So again, I can give underscore instead of space and write as a ACC. Then save these files. So click on save, then click on this command window. So your program is get run, and it asks you to enter the given function. So we are using the same functions which we are used to solve the numerical. So to define the function when we are taking as a input from the user, always define it as using the @ symbol and in bracket x, because the function containing the x variable. So if it is a single variable, then you can use single variable in bracket. If there are more number of variables, then you have to use the accordingly the variables in this bracket. For this equation, there is only a single variable as a x, so I have written @x, and then next to that we have to write the given function as it is. So given function is cos x minus 3x plus 5. So for that purpose, the cos x will be written as cos in bracket x, then minus 3x. So minus 3x is written as 3 into x. Don't forget to use the multiplication symbol in between these two characters. If you not write the multiplication symbol, then you will be get an error. Plus 5. So this is our function cos x minus 3x plus 5. Then hit the enter key. It is ask you to enter the first initial guess. So our assume initial guesses are 1 and 2. So first initial guess is 1. Then hit the enter key. Second initial guess 2. Hit the enter key. Then asking for accuracy, so accuracy is 0.001 up to 3 decimal places, and when you hit the enter key, you will be get the results. So you can see that you get the result for the number of times till the desired accuracy criteria is reached. So in this way, you can able to find the solution of the equation using the bisection method. At the last, we will be get root of the equation as a 1.643, and which also will be get by the analytical calculation. So you can see here the same values we will be get by analytical calculations, and same values we will be get by using the programming. Now we need to verify our results with the help of solver. So I am going to hit the enter key, writing the % symbol, then use the solver. so it is used as a comment. Then the solver syntax to finding the root of equation is f0 in bracket function comma initial guess. As our function is already defined to the variable f, then you can directly use this f variable. If you want to define the function again and assign it to variable f, then you can use the inline syntax also. So I am going to show you how to define the function using the inline syntax. So variable I am going to use as a f is equal to inline. It is the syntax used in MATLAB to define the function. In bracket and in inverted code we have to define the function. Our function is cos x minus 3x plus 5. So in this way you need to define the function, that is cos in bracket x minus 3 into x plus 5. When you hit the enter key, you can see that the function is assigned to variable f. Now we can write the solver syntax to find the root of equation. So solver syntax is f0, then in bracket function comma initial guess. So function is defined to the variable f, so I am going to write f comma, then initial guess, as we have chosen here 1 and 2 initial guess. So you may use any one initial guess, or you can define the 2 initial guess in the square bracket also. So we are having 1 and 2 initial guess, then hit the enter key, you will be get the result. So this is the accurate result, that is the actual root of that given equation as a 1.6427, and up to the desired accuracy we get 1.6435. So solver always gives you the actual result, and by programming we will get the approximate results. And if you increase your accuracy, then also you can able to get the exact results. So in this way you can able to find the root of equation using the bisection method. I hope you enjoy this video. Now you will be able to find the solution of any equation using the bisection method using this program. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.